The alarm screaming in your ear is not what wakes you. It is the sudden drop in gravity. You float an inch above your mattress. Your stomach does a slow roll. The coffee mug on your nightstand drifts upward. It spills cold brew into the air like brown jewels. You kick off the sheets and grab the handrail. You pull yourself toward the viewport. The glass is cold against your forehead. You look out at the orbit where the twins usually hang. There is nothing there, just a gaping hole in the star field. Panic tightens your chest like a vice. You blink hard. Maybe you are still dreaming, but the dark void remains stubborn. You scramble into your flight suit. You leave one boot unlaced. Fashion is not the priority during an apocalypse. You rush to the bridge. The metal floor is vibrating. Red lights pulse on the walls. You slide into the pilot's seat. Your hands fly across the console. Sensors sweep the empty space. Nothing. No debris, no dust cloud. It is as if someone deleted them from the universe. The silence on the bridge is heavy. Then a sound cuts through the quiet. Static crackles from the long-range receiver. It is not random noise. It has a rhythm. Thump, hiss, thump. You boost the gain. The pattern repeats. It sounds like a heartbeat, or maybe a clock ticking down. You trace the source. It is coming from the outer belt. That is millions of miles away. You frown at the display. That sector is supposed to be empty, just rocks and ice. But the signal is strong. It is calling out to your ship. You look at the hull status monitor. Something strange is happening on the outer shell. Ancient markings are glowing there. You have seen them before. They were etched into the metal when you found the ship. The previous owner called them glyphs of the Elder Ones. You always thought they were just decoration, like flame decals on a hot rod. Now they pulse with blue light. They seem to be responding to that distant signal. The light traces shapes on your screen. It looks like a shield pattern. The ship is bracing itself. It knows something you do not. You engage the main thrusters. The G-force pushes you back into your seat. You speed toward the source of the signal. The stars blur into streaks of white. You reach the chart room. Holograms flicker to life in the center of the deck. The map shows the solar system. 2 red dots blink where the moons should be. But a line draws itself away from the planet. It leads to a hidden sector. A corridor has opened in space. It glows with purple energy. It looks like a bruised sky. You steer the ship toward the opening. The radar pings a warning. Object detected. It is massive. You slow your approach. A shape emerges from the darkness. It is not made of metal plates and bolts. It looks like liquid silver frozen in time. The surface shifts and ripples. It is an alien craft. It dwarfs your own vessel. You gulp. A bay door on the silver ship slides open. A light flashes from inside. It is an invitation, or a trap. You really hope it is an invitation. You guide your ship into the landing bay. The clamps lock with a heavy thud. The atmosphere cycles. You grab your breather mask just in case. You step out onto the alien deck. The floor feels spongy. It gives slightly under your boots. The walls are humming. It sounds like a giant cat purring. The air smells like ozone and old rain. You walk down a long hall. There are no corners here. Everything curves. You feel a pressure in your head. It is not a headache. It feels like someone is knocking on your mind. The ship is thinking. And it is noticing you. You reach a large circular room. A pedestal stands in the center. You approach it slowly. A beam of light shoots up. It forms a detailed image in the air. It is a history of this system. You see your home planet. It looks younger. The continents are different shapes. Then you see the moons appear. They were not formed by impact. They were placed there. Great ships hauled them into orbit. They were engines. Guardians built them to stabilize the world. You watch the recording play forward. Shadows creep across the projection. A faction of the starborn Guardians turned greedy. They wanted the power for themselves. The scene shifts to the present. The silver ship you are standing in is one of theirs. They stole the moons back. They are using them to fuel something. A secret engine lies deep in this vessel. You hear a low rumble beneath your feet. The floor shakes. The projection flickers and dies. Red alerts flash on your wrist computer. Energy readings are spiking. The engine is waking up. If it hits full power, it will drain the moons dry. They will crumble into dust. Your planet will lose its tides. It will lose its balance. You have to stop it. You start running. The corridors twist and turn. The humming sound grows to a roar. It rattles your teeth. You spot a maintenance shaft. You slide down the ladder. You land in a massive chamber. The core is right in front of you. It is a blinding sphere of white fire. 2 smaller orbs orbit it. Those are the moons. They look so small from here. They are shrinking. Streams of light flow from them into the core. Captain Mira is already there. She stands on the walkway above the core. She's shouting commands to her squad. They fire lasers at the couplings. The beams bounce off harmlessly. The energy shield is too strong. Mira turns to look at you. Her eyes are wide. She points to a manual override lever. It is inside the shield radius. You shake your head. It is suicide. The radiation alone would cook a person. Mira does not hesitate. She knows the cost. She taps her chest. Her aura flares up. It is a gift from her ancestors, a rare ability to absorb energy, but not this much. She sprints toward the lever. The shield sparks as she passes through. Her skin glows bright gold. She screams in pain. You can barely watch. She grabs the lever with both hands. She pulls it down with all her might. The core shudders. The white fire turns erratic. A shockwave knocks you off your feet. You hit the wall hard. The light becomes blinding. You shield your eyes. When you look back, Mira is on her knees. The glow fades from her skin. Her eyes are gray and unfocused. She cannot see. But she is smiling. The core is dark. The drain has stopped. But the containment is failing. The moons are unstable. They are vibrating violently. Fragments of light break off. They float in the air like fireflies. The hull of the silver ship groans. It is tearing apart. You rush to Mira. You lift her up. "Did it work?" she whispers. "Yes," you say. "We have to go." You carry her back to your ship. The run feels twice as long. Debris falls from the ceiling. You dodge a falling beam. You dive into your airlock. You seal the door. You launch instantly. Your ship shoots out of the bay. You spin the vessel around. You watch the alien craft. It crumples inward. Then it explodes. It is not a fire explosion. It is a burst of pure light. The fragments of the moons are released. They stream back toward the planet. They look like a reverse meteor shower. They swirl into orbit. They begin to merge. It is like watching a puzzle assemble itself. Slowly, the twin shapes return. They are not perfect spheres anymore. They have jagged edges. They glow brighter than before. You set a course for home. You land in the city square. It is nighttime, but it is not dark. The new moons bathe the streets in silver. People are coming out of their homes. They stand on balconies. They climb onto roofs. You help Mira down the ramp. She tilts her head up. She can feel the light on her face. A cheer rises from the crowd. It starts low. Then it grows into a roar. Music starts playing somewhere. Someone is singing a song of hope. It echoes off the valley walls. You look at your ship. The ancient glyphs have changed. They are steady now. You take a laser cutter from your belt. You walk to a blank spot on the hull. You begin to carve. You write the story of tonight. You write about the theft. You write about the chase. You write about Mira. Future pilots need to know. They need to know what lives in the dark. And they need to know how to fight it. You finish the inscription. You wipe the metal dust away. Mira finds your hand. "What now?" she asks. You look up at the sky. Beyond the renewed moons, a star flickers in the distance. It winks in a pattern. Long, short, long. It is another signal. Your heart steadies. The adrenaline is gone, but the curiosity remains. "We refuel," you say. Then we go see who else is calling. You lead her back to the bridge. The universe is full of missing things, and you are pretty good at finding them.